Hello, very good day to you. Whatever your plans are this weekend, many of us will have some dry, bright weather at times, but also a bit of rain moving through too. Starting off though, looking at Friday, and there will still be some heavy showers across the far east of England at first, but these will largely clear for a time before some more showers develop across some parts of eastern England as we go into the afternoon. There will also be a little bit of thunder mixed in with them, but they don't look like they'll be as intense as the thundery downpours we saw through Thursday. There's going to be a system pushing its way in from the northwest, so that will bring increasing amounts of cloud and outbreaks of rain, which could be quite heavy across parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland and into the far north and west of England and Wales as well. But in between these two bits of weather that I've just mentioned, there's some decent dry, bright weather. Perhaps the best of the sunshine will be across central parts of England and towards the east, away from any of those showers. Meanwhile, across parts of the southwest, it is going to turn a bit cloudier and perhaps a few spots of rain arriving later on. It is still going to be hot and humid across eastern parts of England, and so temperatures getting into the high 20s, possibly low 30s, and even elsewhere we're looking at low 20s to mid 20s across many parts of the UK, so not feeling quite so warm where we get that cloud, that rain and those stronger winds towards the northwest. That band of rain towards the northwest does continue to edge a little bit further southeastwards as we go through the end of the day on Friday, so spilling into more parts of England and Wales, and then some clearer skies following behind across western parts of Scotland and across Northern Ireland as we head through the first part of the night. That front will then continue to edge southeastwards as we go overnight into Saturday. There is still some uncertainty regarding the exact timing this will take, and there could be some frontal waves along it which could lead to some heavier pulses of rain for a time, but at the moment it looks like it is going to be a wet start to the day, or at least a damp start to the day across some relatively large parts of England and Wales, with quite a bit of cloud here too. Where we have the cloud overnight, temperatures not dropping a huge amount, but towards the northwest of the UK with something a bit fresher following in behind this front, it could be a little bit of a chilly night, particularly across some parts of Scotland. The sheltered glens could get to low single figures. Through Saturday itself then, yes, a bit of a cloudy, perhaps damp start across parts of England and Wales, and the cloud and the rain gradually shifting away towards the southeast, but there could still be some heavy bursts and perhaps some heavy pulses of rain becoming a bit more persistent as we go through the afternoon, particularly across southern southeastern parts of England. Across parts of Scotland, Northern Ireland, we'll see a bit more cloud feeding in as we go through the day and some showery outbreaks, and some of these showers could be a bit on the heavy side. But again, in between these two zones, across parts of northern England and the northwestern half of Wales, it's actually looking largely dry and bright with some decent sunshine to be had. Now, as that front pushes its way through, we will have that fresher air coming in. So in the east, where it's still hot and humid on Friday, it is going to be a fair bit fresher, still relatively warm, temperatures in the mid-20s perhaps, but not as hot as it has been lately. And elsewhere, we're looking at highs ranging from the mid to high teens, or perhaps down to low to mid-20s across many parts of England and Wales. Later on Saturday, there will still be some heavy rain across parts of the southeast, but gradually it is going to clear away towards the east as we go overnight Saturday into Sunday. There will still also be some showery outbreaks of rain across northwestern parts of the UK as we go through the night as well. Further south though, things should start to turn a little bit dry, a bit more settled for a time, a bit calmer, because there will be a bit of a ridge of high pressure building, so that should settle things down a little bit. However, there is another system waiting out towards the west which we're already turning our attention to. Because of the ridge towards the south, it's going to be a bit of a fresher night through Saturday night into Sunday across much of England and Wales, but because of that system towards the northwest bringing a bit more cloud and perhaps some strengthening winds for Scotland and Northern Ireland, it's looking a little bit of a milder night compared to Friday night here. As we go through the day itself on Sunday though, a fairly decent start for many places, some thicker cloud and a few spots of rain towards the northwest, and that cloud is gradually going to feed its way eastwards, so many places, even if they do start bright, will probably turn a bit cloudier, a bit greyer as we go through the day. It's going to be largely dry for most places. The cloud may be thick enough for a few spots of rain here and there, but across parts of western Scotland in particular and western Northern Ireland, here we will have some rain arriving as we go through the afternoon, and perhaps some strong winds, could even be gales for the Hebrides at times. Temperatures on the whole are looking relatively similar to Saturday really, so ranging from the high teens to mid-20s towards the south. That rain towards the northwest will then spill further across parts of Scotland and Northern Ireland as we go through the end of Sunday. All the time staying dry towards the southeast for the time being, but that rain is gradually going to progress its way across the country, and there will be some heavy rain mixed in with this as well. As we go into Monday, some more heavy rain, particularly across Scotland and Northern Ireland, but pushing into parts of northern and western England and Wales too. And so it is likely to be a fairly wet start to the week, at least across northern and western parts towards the southeast, staying that little bit drier before some rain maybe arrives a little bit later on. Rainfall totals towards the northwest could be building up. We could see around 60 to 70 millimetres perhaps in just 48 hours, so that could cause some localised issues. But as we go through the rest of next week, it does always look like northwestern parts will have the wettest weather, and here it could be quite windy at times. I think towards the south-southeast it's going to be drier, but some fronts will progress their way across the whole of the UK, so we could have some rain in the south, and it could be a bit heavy at times. But we may see high pressure again building across southern parts. That could bring something a bit drier, perhaps even bright or sunny at times, and in the sunshine towards the south I think it will be quite warm at times. Elsewhere, temperatures generally around average for the time of year. We will of course be keeping you up to date with the forecast as we go through this weekend, so do make sure you never miss an update by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Bye bye.